Hey everybody, Paul and Bethany here, just to talk about a topic that is near and dear to our hearts, fighting.
Conflict resolution. I thought we were going to call it conflict resolution.
Fighting is so much easier to say.
Yeah, but it sounds so antagonistic.
That's because it is.
Oh.
So, yes, it is, regardless whether you call it fighting or conflict resolution, it is a huge topic.
Yes, it is a huge topic. And while we can't cover all the aspects of conflict resolution in one short video, we can share with you what our experience has been, what we've learned along the way, what's been helpful to us and really kind of made a difference.
Yeah, so we got married, we did premarital counseling, we read books, we went to classes, and all those things were good for us, and I think ultimately they really did help us, but nothing prepares you for marriage like marriage.
Yep.
You can read books, you can understand a lot, but you really don't understand it until you're actually in that situation. And so we all come with our personality styles, our conflict styles, and the skills that we've learned. And myself, I kind of have more of a personality that tends to avoid conflict. I didn't like getting too intense, and I think some of those things made it a little bit more difficult for me to really fight well, because I found myself retreating, which is very common for men, wanting to retreat, wanting to be silent. And as I learned more, I come to understand that those are actually important to have, being able to step back and take some time to process.
Yeah, it's how you do it, right? Because if you just run away, then the person feels like you're, kind of ditching them. But if you can do it in a way that says, hey, I need to step away and take time to think about this, like we all need that time. Yeah, so for me, especially when we first got married, I would approach conflict in basically one of two ways. I would either just let you have it, let you know all that I was thinking, just come at the problem head on and, this is what I'm feeling, and we gotta talk about this, and we gotta deal with this, and I'm so upset, and just let him have it, or I would...
And she would.
Yeah, or I would completely just shut down, and I would give him the silent treatment, and I really wanted you to figure it out.
Yes, which is kind of grueling because I'm a guy, and that just doesn't come naturally, mind reading. So that was something we worked on. But
hey, you were good at it sometimes.
Yes, actually, it's a skill you do need to work on as a guy. But it's more of just reading between the lines, not so much mind reading, but just thinking through things just a little bit and kind of analyzing and realizing actually that a lot of times the problem that you're fighting over isn't necessarily the key problem.
For sure.
And but of course I reacted to some of the ways that you fought in negative ways. I would, of course, when you were kind of intense and hitting me with this barrage of all of these problems, it would just shut me down and I would need time to process. Yeah. But I didn't do it in a way that communicated that need. And so I would just, shut down, stonewall, leave the room in a huff, seek solitude, so that I could get my thoughts in order, because you were very good actually in presenting these arguments. And sometimes I actually even felt like, oh, she doesn't care about me. I feel like she's just trying to argue to win. And what I think I learned was she is arguing to protect herself. And so we were actually in a place where we hadn't developed a sense of trust, and so out of that, some things that we learned. One, it is okay to actually need space, but you just need to communicate that with your spouse. I just needed to say, I hear what you're saying. I need some time to really process this. I want to give you an answer. I just need time to reflect on this myself.
And that makes a huge difference, because if your spouse says that to you and doesn't just walk away, or at least for me, I know he still cares about me. I feel loved, and I feel like we're going to resolve this, but we just need some a breather, you know.
Yeah, and that actually helps me to feel safer too in communicating, so I can actually press in and communicate in those times where I feel like, okay, I need some space. I can do that as well. So it just creates that nice, safe environment.
Yeah.
What were some of the things that really helped you?
For me, I know, like, what a huge game changer also for me was when I realized that we were on the same team. And I don't remember exactly where I first heard this, but somebody said, you know, you and your spouse are on the same team. You either win together or you lose together. Right. And that was just like such an eye opener for me, because for some reason, up until that point, I kind of saw it as me against you and you against me, and one of us was going to win, and that was just not a good way to handle conflict. And I had to change that and realize, no, it's us together fighting the problem. We're going to win or lose together. And that's the goal. We both want to come out the other side in unity and attacking the problem, not each other.
Yeah, that's right. And one last thing, when you're fighting, if you are holding hands, if you are touching, it makes it a lot harder to feel like your spouse is against you. Yeah. So again, it just helps to create and foster that sense of togetherness, connectedness
on the same team.
Yeah. So hopefully there's tons more that we can share with you. We wanted to keep this video short. So if you have any questions, we're happy to share more. But we hope that this has helped you. And till next time, we hope you have a great day.